Good evening, everyone. What's up? I just ate a satisfying meal and topped it off with a measly dessert. Previously, I did many widely unknown and unpopular rants on mainly school-related things. My most recent rant was on pep rallies, which I hate. Well, I dislike many things in school. While I was finding something to rant on, I found a need to do another rant on school. Well, if it was not known a while ago, this is a school rant part 2. Warning, this rant might not be suitable or may suck due to excessive rambling. It's time for another school rant. School has so many problems, and it always has or always will. However, it's not predictable. I don't know. Previously, I ranted on exams, differences in graduation. Today's rant is on senior year, a few other random things. Stay tuned and you'll see. Senior year was so uncool. Remember when all the former seniors said that senior year was going to be easy and fun and far less stressful? Most of them said that junior year was supposed to be the hardest of all, which it was, and I can see why. The core classes were usually at their hardest level. However, there are some with even higher difficulty. Of all 4 or 5 years of high school, none of them were pleasant at all. Nope. The classes were not enjoyable or really memorable. It would be painful to repeat any of those classes. I'll say that later. You know what ticks me off? You probably know from the previous rants. It's a school lunch. And why is that? Because they make you pay for peanut butter and raisins with their cheap and measly portions? Really? Just really? Why on earth should one have to pay for those? Ketchup, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, and mustard are free. Half days are a waste of a school day. Having a school day off is way more useful and preferable. There would be more time to slack and sleep in, not to mention watching TV and cooking homemade meals. The half days don't teach and are time consuming within the classrooms. Most things are useless in those shortened or morning classes, whichever one it is. Tests should not be on the day and should be on the day before that. There's absolutely no purpose in having half days. It's not going to make any great impact on one. That would have been an extra day to catch up on sleep or do housework. Remember in my previous school rant when I ranted on graduation should be early? Well, I did, and I thought of more. Final exams for seniors should be in late January, and graduation should be either at the end of February or in the beginning of March. There is almost no purpose for seniors a second semester for a senior year. The valedictorian and salutatorian are determined after the 7th semester. Everyone applies to a college almost right after their junior year with their transcripts. Why doesn't the transcript include the senior year? One other problem I have is that it's just a whole bunch of random numbers shown as the final grade and final exam grades and the rank in the class. It does not show the knowledge of one and what he has learned and throughout freshman to junior years. Senior year doesn't matter? Really? The transcript could not wait until one is graduated to be calculated? There are more problems than one thought. I see. From my previously unpopular school rant, I remember saying that only core classes should be accountable for the final grade, point average. It would not be extremely easy to obtain such a high GPA then. I can't believe that there are quizzes in PE class. In PE class? It's PE class for Pete's sake. They're a complete waste of time and don't make any impacts on one. There was absolutely nothing accomplished from that. It's a complete waste of time. Same with half days and perhaps pop quizzes. All that was done was sitting around in class and listening to unimportant, unnecessary lectures. Almost all the classes are boring. So boring that they would be unbearable to repeat even a single one of those classes. They're horrible. A lot of high school is terrible. Foreign language, one of the most useful social skills, is so poorly taught in school that I didn't learn anything, and my vocab base is so limited and terrible. I blame the teachers for this. Even AP foreign language wasted time. Those classes were so boring and very little was accomplished. Grammar was the only thing taught. That concludes that there are almost no redeemable qualities. If I ever had to repeat any high school class, I would ditch all of them by hiding into the restroom as long as possible. Not only was it one class. All the classes were boring. I hadn't liked any of them at all. Nope, not a single one. I hated them all. They were nearly unbearable. Well, most of them were. 180 classes of boredom in one plain school building in 1 year. Most school buildings don't have any special features or cool places. Recently, I noticed a bad, unnecessary change. Did the breadsticks get a third smaller? As a matter of fact, yes. What? What on earth? What BS? One must pay more than last year and to get less and less? What's after that, huh? You ripped us off. Fruit should be free to all. How dare you, numbskulls? I will repeat this another time. If less paper was used on worksheets, our unavoidable taxes would be reduced. Maybe that's why the school budget's so low. What's the world coming to? Budget cuts. There are no more field trips. No field trips? How much poverty is there? The school denied the students from Wi-Fi too? How could you do this? It does not cost anything to give Wi-Fi, so what's your problem? Get a life, losers. You do nothing but stalk people. How dare you teachers keep this secret? Midterm week needs to be a week and not merely 3 days. It would be nice to have 2 days off to get away from school and more time to slack and sleep in. What are we going to learn? You're right, absolutely nothing. There's no need for this at all. Who on earth came up with this horrible idea? Good night.